Hi everyone, I'm back for video number 2. And before I dive into this topic, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who gave me feedback on my first video. It took me, like I said, 20 to 30 different times to try and get that to a place where I was at least okay with uploading it. Tonight, what I want to be talking to you about is some of the stuff I've been seeing on different social media platforms that involve pseudoscience. And this is probably going to be a topic that I deep dive into in multiple videos. And all of this, if you know the right keywords to search for, the right hashtags, and the clinics to look at, you can find all of this information. What I'm going to be talking to you about tonight is hyperbaric oxygen therapy and medical ozone therapy. This first one I'm going to jump into is going to be ozone medical therapy. And what I'm going to do first off is read to you from the FDA's website the statement concerning its use within humans and animals. The website reads, "Ozone is a toxic gas with no known useful medical applications in specific, adjunctive, or preventative therapy. In order for ozone to be effective as a germicide, it must be present in a concentration far greater than that which can be safely tolerated by man and animals." Unfortunately, ozone therapy is something that has come up in the past on social media. In 2014 and 2015, when the Ebola crisis was happening, this was mentioned over and over and over again, especially on Facebook and on Twitter. So if you search for medical ozone therapy or just ozone therapy and Ebola or coronavirus, you're going to see all of these posts that really detail supposed claims of ozone therapy being effective. And I think last week I actually tweeted out a tweet from the World Health Organization from 2015, and I said that this was an evergreen tweet because this continues to come up to this day. I wanted to bring this to your attention because I've been seeing on social media that these different wellness clinics are starting to promote ozone therapy in the context of coronavirus. I recently tweeted out this tweet from a physician, and this was a clinic in Boca Raton, and it says, "Fight off the coronavirus with the ultimate immune system boost, exclusive to Doctor Studio in Boca Raton. Our trifecta combines our house special vitamin therapy, ozone therapy, and UBI for medical grade immunity." And that just goes to show you that what these people are doing. And I get so frustrated when I see this because there's so much misinformation, there's so much hype that's going on around the world about coronavirus, and you have people who are trying to capitalize off of that. It capitalizes on the hysteria in a way that I think is worse than any type of misinformation that's going around right now. It should be illegal for people to be doing this. And I've also been seeing it not just with ozone therapy, but with these IV drip clinics as well. So as soon as the headlines about the coronavirus were really starting to gain momentum here in the United States, all of these clinics put out tweets and put out Instagram posts saying, "Oh, boost your immunity, come get these vitamin IV drips, and it'll fight off viruses." Frustrating, super frustrating to see that. And the other trend that has been going around recently has been hyperbaric oxygen therapy. If you didn't know this, yesterday was World Cancer Day, and the hashtag World Cancer Day in 2020 added to it was trending. Oncologists and patients, people who had been impacted by cancer in their life, had been posting about World Cancer Day. But this evening I was on Instagram, and for those of you who don't know, my professional Instagram is sort of it's a wild ride. I follow a bunch of physicians, and then I follow a bunch of snake oil salesmen and wellness clinics. The algorithm on it and what shoots out sponsored posts is just it's wild. I get all sorts of wacky companies that come up, and I have a couple threads on Twitter now that are just really highlighting what these different businesses and products are promoting. Anyways, so one of these clinics that I found and have been following, they started posting about hyperbaric oxygen therapy. This is an approved therapy that has medical uses, but I'm gonna read to you from the Mayo Clinic's website. It says that it's well-established treatment for decompression sickness, hazardous scuba diving. Other conditions treated with hyperbaric oxygen therapy include serious infections, bubbles of air in your blood vessels, and wounds that won't heal as a result of diabetes or radiation injury. Very specific uses. And that's why it was super frustrating to see that this one clinic had 2 Instagram posts that were related to non-approved hyperbaric oxygen therapy. Okay, so this first one, it's Cancer World Day, and what it says in the caption is, oxygen is administered under increased pressure in a hyperbaric chamber, stimulates the immune system and significantly improves the body's resistance, cleanses the body of toxins, blah, blah, blah. Thanks to the oxygenation of tissues and the supply of all nutrients to the cells, it promotes their revitalization and prevents the occurrence of damage, initiating the formation of cancer. It's ridiculous that they're making these claims. And so the next post is the cancer ribbon, and they've overlaid it with text. And the text reads, hyperbaric oxygen therapy reduces the growth and reproduction capacity of cancer cells, and thus gains more and more recognition in medical environments as anti-cancer prophylaxis and significant support in the fight against existing cancer to destroy them. So this was posted a day ago. This was like the other one, and they're using the hashtag World Cancer Day. I wish that the social media platforms would do more about this, because this clinic, it's not even in the United States, but that shouldn't matter. And that's why it's not necessarily the responsibility of the FDA or the FTC. This is an issue that the social media platforms and big tech companies need to be handling, because it impacts people all around the world, and we can't just say that this is one person's responsibility. I find it really frustrating too, because even when I was mentioning this was something that came up with Ebola in the past, if you go and you look, you'll see that there are people who are tweeting about ozone therapy being a cure for Ebola and now also for the coronavirus. One tip I have for people is to put out quality posts that say, you know, this is what ozone therapy is, this is why it's not approved, and this is why it's problematic. You're making sure that if somebody's viewing that, then they also have the ability to view credible and evidence-based information. So I hope that's been helpful. Please let me know if you have any feedback and if you'd like for me to discuss any topics in greater depth. Thanks so much.